First, before I start this video, I just want to say happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. I don't know if I'm gonna put it in this video or the Amore video, but I basically just talked a lot about it. I might just put it in this video because it kind of applies to what I'll just be explaining and just talking about. Um, it's been a minute since I've made just a talking video, and because we are in the month of men's mental health awareness, I kind of just want to talk about what I got going on in life and like some things that I'm dealing with on a day to day, month to month. And I don't want it to seem that like I don't have things going on in the background because I don't usually talk about like my life at least super in depth. It's a scary subject, you know what I'm saying? It's like a touch and go subject because, I don't want to be too vulnerable and then the internet does what the internet does and just, tears people down for what they're going through, but at the same time, I got an excuse. You know what I'm saying? I got an excuse. We're in June. But no, but seriously, there's a lot to talk about. So I'll probably be editing this video down if I feel like I'm rambling or if I feel like I'm talking too much and I'm like kind of looping myself. But like this video is like a what's inside my mind. Like what do I think about on the day to day when I'm not filming videos or I'm not editing. First, I just want to thank each and every single one of you for the support on the channel. Um, I think it was 5 months ago. 5 months ago, around the end of the year, I remember making the "Don't Give Up on Your Dreams" or "Chase Your Dreams." It's when I introduced my vision board or my vision board for like this year, and I had a lot of goals on there, and we are so close to 40,000 in our first year and a half. We are so close to 40,000. So we are on the horizon for 50K. So it honestly is crazy how I did basically 14. Was that 14? 10K. It's about, I think I've done 11K subscribers in 5 months because that, and during that month that was a 26K. So that's just automatically 10K plus you got the other 2K. So it's around 12K, around 12,000 subscribers since the beginning of the year when I made that video. And genuinely, it's insane how fast this channel has been growing organically. Just me uploading videos and the support that you guys show. Like, I have never had this much support in life than when it comes to you guys and just all the comments that you guys make on the videos. It really is like the turning point of my day to where it's like, I always see such nice comments. I always see like the video was amazing. The video was entertaining. I like the way that you play games, that you experience games. I appreciate the effort you put into editing. And it's just like y'all really make my days worth it. And you make doing this YouTube thing worth it. So before I say anything, I just want to thank you guys for everything. I literally would not be where I am at in life without you guys. Like when I say that, I genuinely mean it. Like I literally would not be where I'm at in life if it was not for you guys' support. And that means a lot. Like liking the video, like commenting. Like you don't have to comment and say the video was cool. Like you could just not say anything. But like the fact that a lot of you take the time to just comment on the video, like the video, watch it, like it's crazy. Like thank you. As you guys know, 6 months ago at the beginning of the year, I moved into this place. Brand new place. I had just moved out of, my parents' house because of a lot of things. I really am not gonna try to go into that because I don't want to talk about other people's business as it relates to me. But at the beginning of the year, I had left my parents' house. I'm currently living with my uncle. He's not really my uncle, but I see him as my uncle and like my brother. So that happened at the beginning of the year, and ever since then I've been like working as hard as I can. I hope that you guys have seen that and like you've seen the progression, because we have progressed a lot. Super insane. Like, I don't believe how much we've progressed because we've did so much in under half a year. We are about to enter the second quarter of the year by the end of this month. So is just crazy. Like, I've like the one thing that I do every single day is think about this channel. There is not a day, and this is probably not the most healthiest way to do it, but every single day I'm thinking about you guys. I'm thinking about the channel. I'm thinking about growth. I'm thinking about, am I doing enough? Am I posting enough? Am I editing my videos enough? Are my videos as entertaining as, other people's? Like, am I doing the best I can? And thankfully, thankfully, because of your comments, I know that I'm doing at least decent. I'm doing at least decent for these past 6 months. I've been doing decent. I think since the beginning of this year, I have uploaded about 30 videos, like 30 like high quality like videos. So I'm very proud of myself for doing that. And yeah, I don't know why this is hard to say. And as you guys know, I've been getting a lot more into my mental health. One of the goals of 2025 is I want to make sure that I'm prioritizing this channel, but I also want to make sure I'm prioritizing my mental health, checking up on myself, making sure that my life isn't just fully into YouTube and I'm like neglecting everything else. And through just going through my mental, I found a lot of things about myself. Yeah, especially after like leaving my parents' place. I found a lot of things about myself that some I like and some I don't really like. And like one of the things I don't really like is sometimes, and it's weird. Sometimes I don't believe that I'm doing enough for this channel, or I don't believe that I'm doing enough for you guys. And one of the biggest reasons I think that's the case is because, as you know, I have a reputation of starting some series and then just having to stop a series out of nowhere. And to you guys, it just seems like, I no longer care about the game. I no longer care about, uploading for, the people that watch that certain type of content. And for example, we have Red Dead Redemption, Wukong. Wukong doesn't really fit into that box, but I have finished it, and that is another game. What else we have? Cyberpunk. It's been a long time since I've done that. Fallout is one of the biggest series that I've had to stop. And I've said this in a previous video. I think I've said this in like 2 separate videos, but I haven't went fully in depth. And I feel like that's where the disconnect comes with some people that watch my certain series that I haven't uploaded in like 2-3 months. I feel like a disconnect comes because I'm not telling you the full truth. I'm only telling you like the part that makes me the most comfortable, and then that I hope you understand. But then because I do that, I'm not saying the part that is kind of embarrassing and kind of like shameful. And then I'm kind of keeping that to myself and hoping that, you guys understand. And like the biggest reason I've had to stop these videos, I've said, is I don't make enough at all to do stuff that doesn't work for the channel. And even by saying that, I know some people are gonna be like, why are you doing YouTube for money? You're doing YouTube just for the views. And it's like, I wish there were another way. I wish there were another way that I can do this, because I enjoy what I do. I love what I do. And as you guys can see in the videos I post, whenever series do good, you can see it. You can see it in me. You can see the comments, and then everything gels together, and I'm able to, like, Amori is one of the series that is doing well, like it's doing good, it's making enough to where I can like be good. But then you have the downside of series like Fallout. They start off good and then it just drops off for whatever reason, because the quality of my videos don't lessen. All my videos have the same amount of time, the same amount of love put into it, but currently I'm not making enough to just play everything. And I'm making on average like 800 a month. And that is insane. I first of all, I just want to say, to make 800 a month on YouTube, that's kind of crazy. Like a lot of people don't make that. Like especially a lot of creators around my size, that's a hard to average 800. It's freaking hard, bro. I hope y'all know, like that's why I be going crazy sometimes, because like averaging the amount that I make, 800, is not as easy as you would think, which is why I put all my love and all my care into these videos. But, you know, even when you think of it, my bills, because I'm living with my uncle, but I don't want to ever think that I'm leeching off somebody. I don't want to ever take something without giving something. So one of the things that we agreed upon is, if I'm gonna stay here, I would have to, pay the utilities, like pay the lights, gas, Wi-Fi, the water, and then all that stuff. It all averages, at least here, but since I'm moving, it might go up, might go down. I have no clue yet, but currently it's around $500 for $500 every single month around like the 23rd, which is perfect. That's when I get paid, is when I have to like pay all the bills. And yeah, I make it 800, so it's enough to pay for the bills, but it leaves 200. But then when you think about it, I also have to get food, I have to get clothes, I have to get essentials. So that $800 goes away like every single month. Like I'm living paycheck to paycheck currently, and I do not expect them to like feel sorry for me, or to like be like, hey, okay, I'm gonna give you leeway. Like I don't ever want to feel like I'm taking more than I'm giving. So I never want to ask for like money. I'm never one to ask for anything that I can't give back. You know what I'm saying? And if 800 monthly, and you have bills, you have all your expenses, it rounds over 800 as easily as every month. So I'm currently making like 3 times less. I think the average salary in the USA is like 2,000. I don't know how I don't know how accurate that is, because if you perpetuate what I'm doing, I'm working like 30, 40 hour weeks, because I edit around 5 to 10 hours for each video. And then especially with these longer videos, it takes about double the time. So at the end of the week, I'm around like 25, 30 hours, 40 on like the max end. So when you think about that, if you perpetuate it to an actual job, you're making over 2,000 easily if you're working 30 to 40 hour weeks. But then when you compare it to me, it's 800. And I'm grateful. Like I said, I would not be able to upload videos if you guys have not been showing the support you have. But then it gets to a point to where it's like, okay, every single month I can't just be deleting my income. Like I have the bills and I have everything. I can't just keep deleting. And that's one of the reasons why I have to continue doing what works. So that comes at a cost. I won't be able to continue every single series I start, because not every single series makes enough for me to survive. And I'm not gonna ask, I don't want to ask them to like, have any leeway on me, because what I'm doing is not the smartest thing. I know that. Like chasing this YouTube career, YouTube dream is not the smartest thing. Like it's not the smartest thing at all. Like usually what you should do is, you should have a job on the side and then do YouTube. But then it gets to a point that you guys see the quality of my videos. I spent literally half of my day to the full of my day on videos. So if I were to even have a job, it would be I wouldn't be able to upload nearly as much as I'm able to do now. And even now, I maybe have like 2 videos max a week, 2 videos max, maybe 3, depending on the length of the videos. But you guys see, like sometimes I only post like once or twice a week. So if I were to then take away my time again to spend outside of where I'm at, it's not going to add up. So currently I'm not able to get a job and then able to sustain chasing this dream. And I was talking with my uncle and just figuring out how I can like be successful, how I can chase this while also making enough to where I can be safe, I can make sure the bills is taken care of, and I can make sure I'm taken care of. And one of the things we came up with is, memberships. And even thinking about it now, bro, like I don't want it to seem, because I know once I post this video and once you guys hear it, it's like I don't want it to seem like I'm begging for like money. I don't want it to seem like I'm begging for $199 on my membership or the $499, because currently I have 2 tiers. It's been out for around a month, but I've just been radio silent because I just don't want it. I don't even know how to explain it, bro. Like, to me, like asking for $199, $499 is just not something that feels right to me. Like just asking you guys or like begging you guys, hey, can you subscribe to my $199, $499 so I can be able to make a little bit more of the income that I'm making, so I could at least be in a decent spot, because currently I'm paycheck to paycheck. So I was talking with my uncle, and sorry, I'm freaking parched as hell, bro. I don't know. Literally every time I have a long conversation, I just be forgetting to drink water because I'm just so focused on freaking talking. Sorry. One of the main things that me and my uncle had talked about on the memberships, because he brought it up to me saying, hey, if you had memberships, you could potentially at least be making 1,000, to where it's like, okay, now you have 400 instead of 200, after paying the 500 for bills. And I was like, I mean, you're right. But who's gonna spend that amount of money on somebody like they don't even know? Like I'm an internet person. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who's gonna spend that? And then he asked a question that I honestly have still yet to answer or talk to him about it. He said, why do you not value the work that you put in for what you want? And I was like, huh? And he kind of explained it, but he was like, why do I think 199 or 499 is an egregious ask for 30 hours work weeks just working on videos every day? The answer I told him, it wasn't a good one, but I was just like, bro, because I'm doing this for my dream. I don't expect anybody to help me, because throughout my entire life, well, first, I've been silent. I keep everything to myself because I don't want any negative thing to happen. I don't want pushback. Like I'm a very passive person. I don't think that comes across in my videos, but I'm a very passive person. I don't talk a lot. I don't talk to people a lot. I'm in my house just going for this dream. Like I started YouTube in like 2021 of February. It was my freshman year of high school. That's when I first, not freshman, that's not freshman. That's like freshman or sophomore is when I started like doing YouTube. I started just chasing that dream, and I've been chasing it since 2021. And last year, I made the gaming channel, and I put my everything into it. I think currently, let me check. We can actually check right now. Currently, I have about 230 videos to show for since the beginning of last year when I first started YouTube. And that's a lot of videos. I'm not gonna lie, that is a lot of videos. But then again, I didn't really start editing, I think, until the middle of last year, or just before that is when I first started like really making sure that these videos are entertaining for you guys and that it's not just, you know, gameplay. Because when I first started YouTube, you can see my first couple of videos, it was just record the game, play it. And you know, at the time I was like, oh, that's fire. But then as I went on, I don't, that's why I don't want to stream. I know a lot of you guys ask why I don't stream, because streaming would be the easier option. You know, I don't have to spend hours editing. I don't have to spend I don't have to put that much work into it on the return. But then when I think about stream, you know, it's just not something I'm too comfortable doing. It's not that I'm like bad on stream, but it's like if you compare a stream to a well edited video, well paced video, there's almost no way that a stream would be better. Like in my opinion, like I love that I'm not having like 5, 6 hour streams on a game. I love that I can just have like maybe 1 hour, 2, 3 hours, but then they're perfectly edited, perfectly paced. So it's like I don't have to take too much time out of your day for you to enjoy my content. You know, you could just chill for like 30 minutes to an hour, or you can save the rest of the video for later. Live streams, they don't offer that much entertainment because it's like there's so much dead space, you know, like that's in my videos that just in a live stream, it just wouldn't be entertaining. I don't want to subject y'all to like 3, 4 hour live streams on Genshin Impact. And then, you know, when I'm transitioning, I'm trying to think of words to keep y'all entertained. I love the videos because I have ultimate creative freedom over how entertaining I want the video to be and how much progress I want in a singular video. So that's why I've never wanted to stream. I did try streaming. If you look at my first couple videos, I think you can see the chat. I did try streaming, but it's just not me. I love that I can entertain you guys and in like a shorter format than it would be for streaming. But I got sidetracked. Damn, I didn't even know what I was talking about. Yeah, I was talking to my uncle. He asked me, you know, why don't I think I'm worthy of subscriptions? And I said, because not everybody has money for that, or not everybody wants to spend money on just somebody on the internet. You know, that's not something that is as easy as what he's saying. I mean, when you think about it and how he was explaining it, it's like it's $1.99 for hours of my work into one video. And I mean, I understood what he was saying, but at the same time, it's like, so that every YouTuber you gotta spend $1.99. That's not feasible. That's not, maybe $1.99 for maybe a couple YouTubers, but then if you're watching a bunch of people, it's like, bro, that's a lot of money out of your pocket for somebody that you don't even have too much of a connection with. Like and I'm grateful that a lot of you guys love my videos and just love me. But it's like I don't think I deserve it. I don't think I deserve like memberships. Like that is a huge commitment. Like that's probably one of the biggest commitments to just watching somebody, is putting money into somebody, you know? Like spending your hard-earned money on somebody else. And that's kind of my like rebuttal to what he was saying. But then, you know, he was honest. He was like, okay, so you're just gonna make 800 a month? You know, you're gonna be barely treading by. You're using up your entire money. You don't have any money in the bank. You don't have savings. You never will have savings because all your money is gonna have to go. You're gonna have to pay bills and you're gonna have to pay things for yourself. So am I just not gonna have money? Am I just gonna pray that a video gets 100,000 views, which a lot of them never do? Am I gonna pray? Am I gonna bank off the fact that I may be more successful in the future? And I told him he was right. You know, I set up the memberships and it is available now but I have yet to like announce it. This is the first time I've even mentioned memberships, I think, in my entire time on this channel. And ultimately, you know, I think I was also ashamed to ask for money, because at the end of the day, even though I don't like asking for help, that's basically what I'm doing. I mean, asking for $199 on memberships or $499 is, you're basically asking for money. You know, you're basically asking to be supported. And that's what I said to him. I was like, I mean, so you what you're telling me is you want me to upload a video saying, "Hey guys, if you can donate." And then he was like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Okay, what?" You make it sound like you make it sound so easy. And just talking with him and being honest with myself and with the trajectory I'm heading, the trajectory that I'm currently heading, I'm gonna continue going up. We're gonna hit 50K by the end of the year, and hopefully by next year or the year after that, I should be able to support myself. But currently, I'm not at that point. So what I want to ask is, if you believe in me as a creator, or if you find my videos worthwhile, I ask that you just take some time to think if you would want to join a subscription or pay for a subscription on the channel. I don't have too many perks yet, because I mean, I don't know how much I can offer realistically. That's not the quality of my videos. I don't know how much I can do other than that. But if you guys have any suggestions, I would gladly take it. But yeah, I mean, that's what I'm asking for. If you see any potential in me as a creator, if you have maybe a little extra cash to do the $199 or $499, I would greatly appreciate it. Regardless of if you don't do it or if you do it, I just want to know that I appreciate you guys and I value the time that you put into watching my content. I know we have busy schedules, we have busy lives, we all have our own problems, but the fact that you guys watch my video, I greatly appreciate it. I never take it for granted. I never take it for granted, which is why I want to offer this to the people that see anything in me. You know, if you think I can be a better creator than what I am, I just ask that you take the time to consider joining my membership tiers. But I don't want you to think that I'm pressuring you or that, you know, I'm guilt tripping you, because if you do not see anything, or if you do not have that amount of money to give, because that's, to me, that's a lot of money, because every amount of money that I get, I use it on certain things to make sure that I'm gonna be okay until the next paycheck. So I understand the value of money, especially the value of memberships. Like, people are putting money into you to see you succeed. So if you want to do that, I would greatly appreciate it. It would literally mean a lot to me, but I do not want to, I don't want it to feel like I'm forcing it upon anybody. And just you watching this video or you watching any of my videos, it's helping me in the long run. So this is probably the only month that I would even feel comfortable with saying anything like this, because it's something that I'm not proud of. I'm pretty like ashamed to be asking people for this, but I have to be realistic. The way I'm going now, at the trajectory I'm going now, I would sooner I would sooner have to stop than be able to flourish. And this is just one of the parts to a smaller creator. And I wanted to put this in the video for the Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, because a lot of us dudes, as like growing up, we're always not valued enough. And I'm one of those people that I didn't really think I had too much of value growing up. And especially, at any time that I was, sad or upset, or, I don't want to say depressed because I was never I don't do therapy. I do believe in therapy, but I don't currently do therapy. It's too much money for me to put into that. But there was a lot of times that I was just upset, you know what I'm saying? Because, life wasn't going good, I wasn't doing good. And then every time that I would go to like my parents, or go to my grandma, family members, they would always be like, oh, okay, but why are you sad? You have a roof over your head, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to pay bills. And it's like, I understand exactly what you're saying, but just because I'm not an adult in your eyes and I'm not supposed to be sad, or I'm not supposed to be any types of depressed, doesn't mean that we're not feeling bad about ourselves. You can't tell someone that they're not, I don't want to say depressed, but you can't tell somebody that they're not supposed to be feeling any type of way. It's like that's one of the craziest things that you can say to somebody, and that's literally all I heard when I was a kid, is that you're not going through anything serious. With me doing YouTube, why are you doing that? You should be doing college. My parents are from Haiti. I was born in America. I was born in America, Orlando, but they come from Haiti. They come from a third world country, and it's like I completely understand their background. My parents had to bust their ass and work crazy hard to get to where they're at, to be in America. And that's why I can understand where they're coming from, because if you've had to work all your life and your kid is not like going through any money problems, and they're just going through mental things, I can see from their point of view how I would look as like ungrateful, because I was called ungrateful a lot of times. I can see that. Even though I wouldn't do that to anybody, or I wouldn't put just because I had a harder life than you, that means you're not supposed to be sad. I wouldn't put that on nobody, because that's not fair. It's not fair at all. And I feel like just our mental health and just everybody's mental health isn't talked about enough as kids, especially when you come from a household with parents that are working hard to be where they're at. A lot of times we're just neglected, and because of neglect, I'm just to myself. I don't have too many people that I talk to. I think the last time I talked to somebody was a couple days ago, and before that, maybe a couple months ago. Like, I don't have people in my immediate life. I'm here making sure that my dream can come true, because I don't want to not work my hardest. I think I've said this plenty of times. If I feel like I'm not working towards success on YouTube, I'm damn near in a state of just, I'm in the bed and I'm thinking I'm failing at life. Because if I'm not working every single day, it means that I'm not doing enough to me, because I know where I want to be and I know where I'm at now. And when like, let's say for example, I end up editing a video for like 5-10 hours. Like for example, we can just go. Let me actually show you guys. Let me show you numbers. For example, the video that I posted, it was about 2 days ago. The Ultra Kill video, it was a 10 out of 10, and I'll show my analytics. I don't really care. Um, it was a 10 out of 10, and now it's an 8 out of 10. It's at 2.2 thousand, and I'm super grateful for that. I like, this video is doing good to me. As long as it's not like at like 100 views, I feel like it is doing good. And then if we were to go into the analytics, as you can see, I've made $2, and I've gotten about 39 people added to the community. And when you perpetuate, I don't think this is accurate, because it has just started to blow up. So let's go to a better video. Let's go to the Genshin Impact video, because that was about 3 hours. As you can see, this is one of my best performing videos in the past couple of weeks. As you can see, it is at $71. And if you were to extrapolate this, so let's say for example, I had about, because I would say during a month, let me not even take it to chance. I have uploaded about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 videos this month. So if you were to take the highest amount of money I can make in a month. Calculator, 71 times, what's it called? 10. As you can see, it's about 710. And if you were to just quickly glance at my numbers, not every video is gonna do over 10K, and not every video is 3 hours. So I hope that kind of clues you into like how much I'm really making and like the amount of work that I put into. And it's like, I thank you guys, bro. I'm even surprised that I'm able to get 1,000 views. There's a whole nother thing I gotta talk about, but I don't want to do it in this video. I'll do that a little later down the line. But like the fact that I'm getting these views is insane. And I'm just super grateful. And I want to make sure that message is plastered across this whole video, because the last thing I want is for you guys to think that I'm not grateful for this. I'm super grateful. You can ask anybody that even knows me. I'm super grateful for the opportunity that I have with YouTube, and I want to make sure that I can continue doing this. I want to make sure that I can continue being sustainable, but currently I'm not at all, and I haven't been for a long time. I'll show you. So my total revenue for these past 6 months is January. As you can see, we have 720 here, 468 here, 937. As you can see, we have good months, but those good, like that's only two. That's like 2 good months from this entire quarter half of a year. So I'll leave everything here because I don't want it to seem, I want you guys to understand what I'm dealing with, but I also want you guys to know that I'm grateful for where I'm at. Like where I'm at currently, a lot of people aren't at. So I take extreme caution when I talk about subjects like these and when I ask to like join my memberships, because I know that I am not doing the worst in the world. I am not doing the worst in the world, and I am not depressed. At least I hope not, because sometimes it gets to a point where I'm like, what am I doing? But I have never been, especially since I have moved and I've talked with my uncle and we've been getting my mental better, I have never been in a state of extreme depression, or I have never been extremely to a point that I want to give up. But while saying that, I also have to make sure that I'm actively trying my best to head in the direction to where this can be sustainable within the next 3 to 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely wanted to tie this video in with just mental health awareness, and just a lot of dudes don't say anything about their personal life because, at least for me, I'm afraid of judgment. I've always been afraid of judgment, especially, from my parents, because, I see how hard that they work, and, compared to how hard they're working, I shouldn't be sad or I shouldn't be upset, according to them. I shouldn't feel any type of way, because it's like, you haven't been to rock bottom. I haven't been in their eyes to rock bottom enough to warrant me being upset about anything or being bad mentally. And because of that, we're always told that exact same line so many times as kids, to the point that we're adults and we are lacking so many, what would you call it? We're lacking empathy towards ourselves. We often devalue ourselves, and because we devalue ourselves so much, we tend to seek that in other people. We tend for other people to give us value instead of us giving ourselves value, because we were always told that we didn't have value, or because we were sad, that didn't mean anything, because we weren't the worst. We weren't on the streets, you know what I'm saying? So because of that, as we grow, we end up, and I'm not gonna lie, in my last relationship, just being completely transparent, I was wanting my partner to love me, to acknowledge me, and to value me. And whole time, I didn't value myself. I didn't value myself at all, because I would then spend my money to make her happy. The relationship I'm talking about is the one that I mentioned ended the beginning of last year. It's like I gave so much of myself because I didn't care about myself. I cared about her to the point that I lost myself, and I almost fully lost myself. And to be completely honest, the only reason I'm able to believe in myself is because like of you guys. Like the support that you guys give me is immeasurable. And I've been just learning this past last 6 months like how to value myself more. That I have to value myself, because if I don't value myself, who's gonna value me? If I don't love myself fully, and if I can't be alone, then who is gonna be there for me realistically? Who's gonna be there for me every day, 24/7? It's gotta be you. Like you've gotta be there for yourself, because you are yourself. You are what you know you. You know all your secrets. You know all the things that have gone wrong in your life, and the only person that can fix that is you. I can if I don't value myself, how do I expect? And that's what it tied into the memberships. Like if I don't value the time that I put in to make these videos, how can I expect you guys to understand where I'm coming from? Like how can I expect that you guys would just know that, oh, Wiz is doing good. He's uploading consistently. He's happy in his videos because he's enjoying the games. Like he's not doing bad. You know what I'm saying? And it's just I don't want it to seem like that, because that is not the case. I love playing games because I'm able to get into the characters. I'm able to escape a lot of the things I have going on in reality. And I only do it for a certain time. I am not fully leaving the real world to the YouTube world, but whenever I come here, I feel wanted. I feel that I'm doing as much as I can for you guys. And like I said, I do. If you cannot join any membership tiers and you can just like the video or just watch a video, that also means the world to me, because you're pushing me to a higher level. You're pushing me to be more successful, and I really appreciate that. And I'm gonna be honest. I know this video is all over the place. Like I don't. I didn't really want to put too much structure, because I don't want to write nothing. I don't want to write a script. Like I don't. I want everything to just be off the top of my head, and then maybe I'll edit some parts out to make it a little bit shorter, so it's not too much time out of your day. But yeah, man, for all the people out there, for everybody, but for like, because we're in, Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, for all my dudes out there that you're just keeping everything inside, you're not valuing yourself. I just ask that you show up for yourself. And that can be in the smallest ways, like just making your bed in the morning. Um, I know I know a lot of people don't shift towards religion, which is perfectly fine. So maybe you can get a piece of paper and just write down a couple of, what is it called, affirmations, like I am wanted, I love myself, I want to be there for myself every day, because our words have power. Your words have power. And that's why you can make somebody's day amazing. Like your words in the comments have power. When you guys appreciate the work that I put in, that has power. I see every single comment. Even though I don't respond a lot, like I see every one of your positive comments, and I take those in, and I appreciate every single comment I get, because words have, even online words a lot more than real words. Real words have a lot of power. When I get negative comments, I'm like, damn, did I not make this video entertaining enough? Did I not do enough? Like, do I gotta do something else? Like, what am I doing wrong? But then you just have to realize, and I have to realize, is that there will always be negativity. Where there is dark, or where there is light, there will always be a dark period. There will always be somebody judging you. There will always be somebody that doesn't value you. And I honestly feel like those are tests to see if you value yourself more than you value the hate comment. And in the past, I let hate comments win, bro. Like, if you guys didn't know, like, I used to make community posts about hate comments, like about people that would end up hating a video for no apparent reason, or they would just say, oh, I'm a Corey Kenshin clone. I don't really get those comments nowadays, but when I used to get those comments, they would ruin my entire day. It's like, bro, you have to love yourself more than you put value into somebody that's hating on you. Because if they're hating on you and not even giving what would you if they're not giving you helpful advice and they're just saying they don't like you, it's like, you can't let that affect you. You have to value yourself more than you value the words of that person. And that is a very hard thing to do. That especially, it's easier to do online because they're not in your face. But if you have a job and a customer just decides to derail your entire day, decides to be disrespectful and rude to you, and that ends up messing with you. It ends up messing with your mental, especially over a long period of time. And it's like, you have to love yourself so much that this person actively trying to make you feel anything but happy, you have to block that out, because this person is not, I don't know how to say it, and I don't want to say it wrong. This person that is trying to derail your day shouldn't mean anything, because you love yourself so much. Like, I'm getting to a point, thankfully, that even if I receive hate comments, which I really don't, I'm gonna be honest, I only receive hate comments if I like stop playing the game and they're like, oh bro, you don't care about this series. Oh bro, you're just doing it for views. You're just doing this for money. And it's like, at some point I had to realize that, in a sense, they were hating, because it's like, I'm really not, and I told you guys, I don't stop series for no reasons. Every game that I've started, I've loved it. I just had to stop it for financial reasons. But at the same time, like, why am I putting this, why is this person allowed to make me feel like shit? Why? Do they pay my bills? Do they help me at all? Are they even liking the video because they have a criticism that isn't warranted, or they're just hating? Is this person actively in my life helping me, or even doing anything nice to me? And at the end of the day, a lot of times it's no. It's a lot of times hate comments don't come from a place of wanting to see you do good. You know what I'm saying? They want you to get a reaction. A lot of people, they want to see you crash out that they say nowadays. They want to see you get pissed. And it's like, you can't allow somebody that isn't you to make you feel down. And that's just one of the main things that I've been learning. And like I said, I just hope that all my people out there, all my dudes this month, is just try to figure out, if you don't have yourself figured out, or if you're younger, try and like, just, you can even do research, you can even watch videos, try and figure out if you fully value yourself. And if you don't, because of people in your life telling you opposite, I'm not saying to root people out of your life, but I'm saying to have more faith in you, because you are amazing. You are an amazing person. You have amazing potential. You have limitless potential. Humans, we have infinite evolution. We have infinite evolution. We have come so far as a species. And if you love yourself so much, a lot of things will not get to you. I'm not saying nothing will get to you, because we are human. We are human. There will be times that and like I said, that I'm not thinking that I'm doing enough. That happens a lot. There will be times that somebody just says something and it just ticks that one part in your brain. It ruins your whole day. That's okay, because that's human. That, like, you're not a robot. You're not supposed to just be happy all the time. We're not perfect at all, but we're human and we're doing good. We're doing good. So yeah, bro. I know this is like kind of two topics talking about me and mental health awareness. I hope I was able to make you feel a little bit better about how your life is going, and I hope you're doing amazing. I want to see you do amazing things. One thing that I was thinking that I wanted to do, I don't know if it's going to be at the end of this year, because like I said, I do have to move and there will be a lot of stuff that I got to go through soon, but at least by next year, I want to have a video to where I am congratulating you guys on your accomplishments. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys have given me so much. I want to give back. I want to acknowledge a lot of the accomplishments that you guys have done. Like graduation just happened. We're on summer break. So if you graduated, congrats to you. If you're going to college, you're going to higher education, congrats. If you have a degree from college, congrats. Like, that is a major accomplishment. And don't be afraid to be seen trying, because the only way for humans to evolve is you have to try. I have to say uncomfortable things, saying that I'm not in a good financial point currently, that I'm going paycheck to paycheck. I have to at least talk to you guys and let you know the full situation, because if I'm not trying, then I'm not evolving. If I'm not trying, I'm not moving the pendulum. I'm not moving the loading bar. If I am not actively trying something different, then I am not doing a service to myself, and I love myself. So why can't I try? Why can't you try if you're not already trying? Please don't be afraid to be seen trying, because trying is what makes us you. Trying is what makes you you. It what makes humans humans, because we try. We fail a lot, but guess what? We succeed a lot. And guess what? That all comes from trying. I am trying every single day to make sure that I can be successful and financially successful, and just successful in general on YouTube. I'm going to work every single day to make sure that I can be successful. If I'm sick, I'm going to do my best to not to get out of being sick. Take the NyQuil, DayQuil, take freaking soup, bro. I'm going to make sure I do everything in my power to not to get back from being sick, to bounce back. And while I'm sick, I use it as a time for reflection. And while I'm in my bed just thinking about life, thinking about what I've done, I'm using that as a time to reflect. You don't always have to just be working. You can be reflecting. Reflecting is as important as working, because as you reflect, you improve. As you reflect, you can see what you did and you can improve that. But all of that comes from trying. So my main point of this, men's mental health, I try not to like just plaster in videos, which is why I'm doing it all in this video, is don't be afraid to be seen trying. That title came from a video of Berlizzi's that I had seen recently, and he was just talking about that. He tried a lot in life, and sometimes he didn't win, but guess what? He tried, and a lot of times he succeeded. Berlin has succeeded. Berlizzi has succeeded. He is succeeding. He has a lot of fails at some points in life, as we all do. But as long as you are trying, there should not be anybody that should judge you. And if they do judge you, they are not somebody worth caring about or worth putting the energy into to care about. I need some damn water. Like I said, I apologize for the all around. I'm going to try and edit everything into sections. I'm proud of you. Watching the video, I'm proud of you. And I hope that after watching this, you can continue trying, because we all need motivation. in any point of, we all need motivation, because sometimes we just don't think we can try, or because of the situations in our life we don't think we can try, or because of the people that try and put us down we don't think we are worth it to try. But you are worth it. Trust me. Trust me. You are on this earth for greatness. For greatness. But sometimes we just have to be uncomfortable. I am gonna be very uncomfortable. If you guys are seeing this video, you better believe before I uploaded this, I was like, I don't think I should post this. Maybe I should just upload a gaming video. But if I do that, then I would be actively not giving my all into YouTube, because sometimes giving your all means you're gonna fail. Sometimes giving my all, talking about things so dear to my heart and so personal, so vulnerable, sometimes somebody just might hate. Somebody might hate on this video. They might say that I should just get a job and do both of them at the same time, not knowing that I've tried it. I tried it with school. It's impossible to upload my best quality of videos and have something else on the side. It's just not possible for me, because I care a lot about my videos. Every single video I upload, I care a lot about it. It's like my own baby. It's like my own project. I spend hours in every single project to make sure that it is the best for you guys. And I'm trying. And I'm gonna keep trying. And I just hope that you try too. Whew. If you have watched this video and you are hearing me say these words, thank you. Because I know that this video is just going to be all over the place. It's going to be kind of confusing. And I thank you for watching this video. If you do decide to join any of my membership tiers, just know that it means the freaking world. And if you have any suggestions that I can add to make it more easier to put your money, to put your investment into me, let me know, because I want to make sure I'm doing the best by you guys and by myself. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. And if you ever need to talk, if you ever want to talk in the comments down below, feel free. Feel free to just talk. Don't be afraid that people might judge you, because it's always going to happen. There will always be one person that is set out to hate, to judge. And honestly, I feel sad for those for people that just hate, because I've never hated anybody in my life. I've never had so much gall to like hate on somebody, to go in their comments and just hate. That's just not me. I can't see myself doing that, because we all go through so much, and a lot isn't said, especially with YouTubers, because it's like, I don't want to just put a sad video out there talking about me, because like I'm not I'm not that type of YouTuber. I upload gaming videos. I want to entertain you guys, but through entertaining you guys, I also can't neglect what I'm feeling. I also can't neglect my financial situation. I can't neglect my reality. I can't. Because if I end up neglecting my reality, then I won't be able to do entertaining videos. I won't be able to continue showing up. I appreciate you guys more than you might ever know. You are the only reason that I'm able to keep trying, to keep pushing for success. I hope you know that. And as long as you're trying, you're doing amazing. As long as it may not look like it in the present moment, but as long as you are trying, there's something in the background happening. That floating bar that's frozen, there's processes in the background that you won't be able to see. But once you see it, once everything starts to snowball into success, you're gonna thank your past self for going out and trying, going out. You know, you might be seen as a complainer, you might be seen as just a talker, but you're doing yourself a huge accomplishment to just go out there and try something. Go out there and try to be the best you can every day. Try to show up for the people around you the best you can every day. You never know. And even I had uploaded a community post just talking about, you know, men's mental health awareness, talking about the analogy of the frozen loading bar. And so many people were glad that I put that post out there. They were like, I needed that. And it's so powerful because sometimes I don't even think that I should be putting like posts out there because I'm like, nobody's gonna look at it. No, you know, not people watch my videos. They watch to be entertained. They're not gonna look at like this video and like the post, but there's always somebody watching. Even if it may not look like it, there's somebody watching. You never know whose day you might be able to make better. I appreciate y'all for real, bro. And I'm gonna try and get a couple videos out before I end up moving. And I appreciate y'all for real, bro. For real. For real. And I'm gonna catch y'all in the next videos. Wish from Miss Gaming. Whew. I done yapped the storm up, you feel me? But I'm gonna indeed catch y'all for the next video, bro. Later.